Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another speed build. It's finally time for the granny cottage that I promised you weeks ago, even before Nifty Knitting came out. So this was my plan all along for Nifty Knitting, and then I had no idea what to build because I wanted to have a really quaint, scenic, beautiful cottage, and finally it's here, I think. I think it's cozy and beautiful, and I hope that you guys agree and that you like it. I built this on a 30 by 20 lot in Windenburg. I got the hang of working on smaller lots now. Like, you guys challenged me to try different lot sizes, so there is some variety going on, and here we are. This one 20 by 15 lot just liberated me. I feel good and I enjoy working on smaller builds, but I also miss working on huge mansions, so there's going to be a huge mansion soon as well, because it wouldn't be a good variety or a good mix if there would be only like smaller or smallish lots. 30 by 20 is still considered big by some builders, I know, but this was a bit smaller. And I think the 20 by 15 really challenged me, and after that every lot kind of feels huge. Like when I was working on the penthouse, I thought, oh, there's a lot of space, and before when I tried to work on a penthouse it wasn't really working, so this is great. So I built this in Windenburg, and this lot is just perfect. Look at all the trees around this lot. It's really beautiful. Windenburg in general is just such a beautiful world, and it's perfect for any type of cottage, and I was going for this really dreamy, beautiful feel. There's only one bedroom, because the whole idea behind this was to have a granny cottage, a cute granny who loves to knit, living in a small cottage on her own, this kind of thing. So there's only one bedroom. I didn't want to turn this into a whole family home, and also there is only one bathroom and there's only one floor, so technically this is a bungalow. If you enjoy to play in bungalows so you don't have to switch between all the different floors, then this build might be perfect for you. And I, of course, had to use the tool mod again. A little disclaimer: you don't need tool to download this build, and you can simply grab it from the gallery, and everything is still where it's supposed to be. I just want to give this quick disclaimer in case you're new here. So I decided to work on some decorative trusses, I think it's called. I've talked about these before in my farmhouse build, like months ago, and I had no idea what these are called, and I had no idea how to Google it, because I didn't even know the German name for this. Like, it's like a roof decoration, and apparently it's called decorative trusses, and it's this very fancy decoration in front of the roof, and I just used tool to create this look. And at first I had no idea how to do it, really, because you have to create this curved shape, which is always a bit tricky if you want it to be like hovering in the air, and you want, I don't know, I just had no idea which object to use, really. So I eventually decided to use a base game shelf, so this was kind of the best solution. So in case you already wondered what's going on when you saw the build in the very beginning, this is how I did it. So you only need the base game, you don't even need a pack for this shape. The problem is, not really a problem, but when you use tool, you can duplicate objects, and you can even group objects and duplicate them, and in this case it's not really working, because when you group shelves and you want to copy them, so you simply plan to place the same decorative trusses in another roof or anything, it's not really working. They all just crash down to the ground, and they are on one level, so this isn't really working. This is why it's a bit tedious to really do these kind of things using base game shelves, but they're just perfect. I'm so happy we got this beautiful white shelf at some point, because it's so basic and simple, and I think I wish for every object in this game there should be a black, a gray, a brown, and a white swatch, maybe, so we have all these kind of neutral colors no matter what you're working on. For some objects you just want to have a really neutral swatch, and it's just like green or pink, and you are like, what's going on? This doesn't match anything. Or maybe matching wood colors, like matching wood tones, so we could just have a room with matching wood colors. I started to play Animal Crossing a while ago, as I've told you, and there's always someone who like sneaks into your house when you're away and they tell you how well decorated your house is, which is a bit creepy, I have to say. And I got a B, I think. I think it's like A, B, C and stuff, like school grades. I have no idea. And then it said that I could improve my interior by having matching wood colors. And I thought, oh my god, I wish I could have this in The Sims. And you're telling me to do this in Animal Crossing. I don't even have all the furniture, all the stuff, but yeah, I just had to think of The Sims and all the mismatching swatches and wood colors, and I just had to giggle when the game told me that my Animal Crossing house isn't that well decorated. Also, the Sims community kind of imploded this week because of the announcement of the new game pack, which is a Star Wars game pack. And I feel like you either hate it or love it. Like, a lot of people seem to be very excited, especially because they are into Star Wars. And apparently, from a Star Wars fan point of view, it seems to be well made, like from what we've seen. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I only watched episode 1 and I watched The Mandalorian, and that's it pretty much. Like, when I was a kid, I went to the movies to watch episode 1, and I'm planning to watch other movies, like, not because of the game pack, but it just reminded me that I had planned this for a long time now, like, because I feel like you just have to watch it once in your life. I mean, you don't have to, but I feel like I just want to watch it once in my lifetime at least, like every single movie, which is going to take a long time. But I want to watch it, and I don't have a problem with Star Wars and stuff like this, so technically it's not that bad, and I'm really excited for the new objects, because if you know me, you know that I'm always hyped for new building stuff. I don't use CC, so whenever there's something new, I'm excited. But of course, there are packs that excite me more, like when Get Famous was announced, or Island Living, for example. There are a lot of great things to build, and there's a heavy focus on beautiful dreamy homes, like dreamy island mansions, and Get Famous was all about having the celebrity lifestyle and a matching mansion, so this was like really, really great. Of course, this one is different, and it's a game pack. Game packs are always a bit different, I feel like, but I'm still excited because I want to step out of my comfort zone, and I feel like that a lot of these objects could be great for some type of steampunk or cyberpunk builds, like this kind of stuff. And this isn't really my style because I'm all about dreamy homes, but I really want to try to build something like this, at least one build. I at least want to try, and this makes me excited because this pack kind of forces you to try something new. At least for me, it's new. So this makes me excited. But if I could ask for a pack, it would be farming, probably, because I want to build beautiful farmhouses. So this is all from a builder's point of view. I'm not someone who really plays the game. This is not about gameplay for me. I only build. So I always, when a pack is announced, think, okay, what can I build with this? And this is kind of how I see it. And yeah, it's not my first choice. If I could like pick another pack, it would be farming or something. But I'm still excited. I really want to build some steampunk or cyberpunk build, something sci-fi, not really Star Wars maybe, because I don't know Star Wars well enough to really make a replica or anything. And replicas aren't really my cup of tea either way. So I just want to see what happens. I just want to use the new stuff. So I don't know, gameplay wise, I don't know, could be fun. I haven't played Strangerville. Like, it seems to be a story driven pack, and when Strangerville came out, this was a first for The Sims 4, and I never played it, to be honest. I built some beautiful things in Strangerville, and that's it. So I don't really know if it's fun. I know that a lot of people thought that it was like too quickly over, so you start to play the whole storyline and that's it, like within a couple of hours. And maybe this could be a concern for the Star Wars pack. I don't know, for me it's not about gameplay, but I know that a lot of people are really disappointed. I think the problem is that it does not really cater to a huge audience. You have to be into Star Wars, you have to be into sci-fi, you have to be open for this kind of style, while something like Island Living is great for almost everyone. I mean, who doesn't enjoy a beautiful island lifestyle, like the tropical lifestyle? It's so beautiful. So I think this was like for almost everyone, and this is like really, really difficult. But we will see what's to come. For the rest of this year, we had this roadmap, and I always thought that it was about 2020 as a whole, but apparently the roadmap that they told us about, so one expansion pack, one stuff pack, one game pack, was only the roadmap until October. So maybe there's still another pack coming this year. I don't know. Maybe it's farming. I'm just rooting for farming. Like I've talked about this a couple of times. I just want a farming pack at this point. So who knows? Maybe there's some other stuff. But I know a lot of people are disappointed. Personally, I'm excited because I'm always excited when I can build something new. But I totally understand and respect that people are really, really disappointed and sad, as long as they are respectful about it. Because I don't know, the gurus put a lot of work into this in their heart, so I think it's always important to be really respectful, and criticism can be constructive, and that's a good thing. And also not every pack is for everyone, but yeah, I don't know. I know that a lot of people are really disappointed, and I just have to see how I like it when I just get my hands on the pack and when I try to build something. Also, there are some rumors, because in the trailer you see different windows stacked on top of each other, and there are two options at this point. Either they will finally allow us to stack windows on top of each other, which would be amazing, or maybe it's just a special window that just has this type of look. Of course, we are all rooting, or most of us are rooting, for the option to finally stack windows. This would be great. In a recent update, we finally got the ability to have free window placement, but you still can't place two windows on one tile, but maybe this will be possible. I don't know. At least what we saw in the trailer looked promising when it comes to this. Maybe there will be a huge patch, I don't know, again, just speculation, but usually there is a patch before a pack comes out, and maybe there will be something big. Also, Guru Frost, who is the community manager for The Sims 4, had changed his name on Twitter to Redacted Guru Frost, I think it was, and everyone was hyped. And then we got the Star Wars announcement, and the cat was out of the bag technically, but then he changed his name to still Redacted. So there's still something to come. At least that's what a lot of people think. Who knows? Also, there are a lot of curved or round walls in this trailer, but I think it's going to be a situation like in Realm of Magic, where you have all these fake kind of buildings who are just props technically. So I don't get my hopes up. You guys know I'm just so obsessed with round shapes in this game. So this would be amazing. I don't know. I think I would cry. I would be losing it. Just having curved walls. I don't know. This would be great, but I don't think so. But just imagine, let's just dream for a second. Imagine there would be a patch, and we would have the ability to stack windows on top of each other, round walls, and so many great things. I don't know. I don't know. We will see. I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic as always, but we will see. And yeah, as I said, I totally understand and respect when people are not happy, because a lot of people were like really angry, honestly. So I don't know. I get that it's not for everyone. I'm not a Star Wars fan myself, but I also don't hate Star Wars, so we will see what's going to happen, and we just have to cross our fingers for a farming pack, or maybe a winter pack. Like the survey a while ago, we got all these questions about skiing and jet skis and stuff, so I'm still hoping for a pack like this as well. I don't know. I think there's still a lot of stuff to come, and I think that this year, objectively, for a lot of players, wasn't the best, because knitting is not for everyone. Then we have Star Wars, which is also not for everyone. And then we had Equalized Style, which a lot of people enjoyed, but it was also kind of controversial. And I feel like all these packs were great in itself, and they were well made, and it was all great. But I think the problem is that all these packs, they are catering to a really specific audience. They are not like for everyone, like Island Living or Get Famous. And I mean, of course, there's always someone who won't enjoy a pack, but I feel like for this year so far, the topics were quite specific, and this is kind of the problem. Are you into knitting? Are you into building like cute granny cottages or stuff like this? Do you care about the environment? Do you like this kind of gameplay for like reducing your footprint and stuff like this. Are you into Star Wars? You know, this kind of thing. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just rambling, and I just kind of tried to analyze the situation. So we will see what's going to happen. So here at this point, I'm already working on the kitchen, so there's still some time left to quickly say what I thought about when I was like working on the interior and my idea behind it. So on the outside, it's really cozy and it's a typical granny cottage. So of course I wanted to have the same style for the interior, which was difficult. I'm more used to work on fancy builds and having more modern elements and all that, and this is quite rustic. So I decided to use this vampire kitchen counter and the matching cabinets for the kitchen. This kitchen is just so beautiful, like the counters and the cabinets. I love this green color. It's so beautiful, it's timeless, and it's just really beautiful. So there are a lot of browns because of the wood floor, the tiles and the walls, and the wallpaper in the living room. So I wanted to have a contrast, and the green is just beautiful. Also, there is a matching rug, which is part of knitting. I made sure to have a lot of clutter. I'm not really someone who uses a lot of clutter usually, but for smaller builds, it's not this difficult. And also, I was just going for this aesthetic, and I feel like for a granny cottage, it's really whimsical, and it's just this type of style in my opinion. So I wanted to make sure to place a bit of clutter here and there. There's one bedroom, as I said. I feel like it has the perfect size. It's not too big and not too small. There's enough space for the double bed and for the dresser, like different things. And of course there would be space for two Sims because of the double bed. But I mean, that's up to you. As I always say, I will never find out who's going to move in, but I would certainly love to know. Like sometimes if you want to leave a comment, you can tell me if one of your Sims moved into one of my houses and how they enjoyed it. This would be like a lot of fun. And this is the bathroom. I used the same rug, and I just wanted to have this kind of rustic look, and this was really hard. As I said, I'm really more into modern interiors, but I did my best here. And this is almost it, guys. If you want to use this lot, you can find it in my gallery. My ID is KateEmerald, and you can also find all the information in the description box down below. This build is CC free and unmodded, so you can simply go to the gallery and your Sims can move in if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a perfect week, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!